Brand new Gucci, Chris Brown, Tone It Down. It is Hot 963, Indy's #1 station for hip-hop and R&B. B Swift holding you down. Now, listen, a few weeks ago, I did a series of events where I went around to different IPS schools, and we talked to the kids about what was going on. Schools possibly closing. It could have been their school, how it affects them. And I have one of my friends, David Rosenberg, with me. How you doing, sir?
Great to be with you.
All right, we did this whole school tour. We did 8 schools in a matter of 2 weeks where we got a chance to sit down, talk to the kids, hear their voices, hear their opinions, and let them know what was going on so they wasn't caught blindsided by this. And today we got the announcement. We have Broad Ripple, we have Arlington, and we have Northwest as the 3 schools that have been recommended for closing. Let's talk about these schools and why these schools.
So there's a multitude of factors. You know, right now IPS operates about 34% utilized in our high schools. That means 1 out of every 3 seats are filled. That's a lot of room, a lot of inefficiencies with our dollars. We're not providing the best academic experience or all the programs that students want. And so, you know, B Swift, you were out there. The students were incredibly impressive. Yeah. They wanted to see more AP courses. They wanted to see more honors courses, more foreign languages, but they also wanted more extracurricular activities. You know, math club, debate club, more sports. We can't offer that currently because we're spreading our resources throughout 8 high schools over 80 square miles. Right. And so a lot of this decision was driven by consolidating our high schools, increasing the utilization for each of our high schools, and making sure that every student had the resources and the clubs and the classes that they needed to be successful. And so there were many factors, like I said, that drove the decision. A lot of it came down to geography. We're going into what we're calling an all-choice high school. So any student from anywhere in the district can go to whatever school they want to go to. So if you live on the far west side and you want to go to Addicts, IPS will provide transportation to get you there. If you live on the far west side, you want to go to Tech, IPS will provide transportation to get you there. And so if we were to keep a lot of the schools that are on the edges, the Northwest, the Broad Ripple, the Arlington, that creates severe inefficiencies, drives up a lot of costs of transportation, and makes it much less likely that we're able to provide the students with the school that they truly want to go to. And so by centralizing a lot of our schools, our 4 high schools, kind of more into the middle of the district, we have much more flexibility with transportation to make sure the students can make the choice that's best for them.
And that makes sense. Now, let's talk about these schools, because one of the questions that we were asked in all of these meetings were, well, when you close our school, what's going to happen? So Arlington High School. Arlington's one on the list that could possibly be closed come September when the recommendation comes out. If Arlington is chosen, what happens to Arlington?
So Arlington will still remain in the IPS family. It's going to be converted to about a 500-seat middle school, which is a need on the east side there. Also, from the community meetings we had in the neighborhood, we're going to try to implement a night school, which was a request of the community for the students who have to work during the day. Arlington is also going to house some administrative functions with our Forest Manor Professional Development Center and our Facilities Maintenance Division.
Dope. Now let's talk about Northwest.
Northwest, on the west side, we've had a huge Latino population growth. We need a middle school out there, so Northwest is going to be a 600-seat middle school. We're also going to put the newcomer program into Northwest. Newcomer program is for immigrants 1 year into the United States, helps them assimilate. It's a great program. It's been growing like crazy. So they're going to have 325 seats at Northwest as well. And then there's going to be some facility maintenance functions out there too.
Okay. Broad Ripple.
So Broad Ripple is one that we're recommending to sell or lease and no longer operate as an academic building within the district.
Okay. Reasons for that?
Given its location, again, it's tough for transportation. Currently, with Broad Ripple being a magnet school, we have students that live close to Beech Grove on the southeast side that we transport to Broad Ripple every single day. That's a costly bus ride. That's a long bus ride for the student, and it doesn't make a lot of sense given its location. Also, where it's at, right there on the Strip in Broad Ripple, we think the redevelopment potential there is high.
All right, now before I get you out of here, because I know you got to do some running and ripping and running, but I know there's a series of events that still are taking place come the month of July. There are 2 meetings in July, 1 in August. Well, actually 2 in July and 2 in August. This meeting is for the board to vote again on the recommendations?
No, so these 2 meetings in July and August are strictly to hear from the public. The board is going to take their normal board meeting out to the schools. They're taking the show on the road so they can be in the neighborhood and hear from constituents. So on July 18th at 6 p.m., the board will hold their meeting at Broad Ripple High School. On July 20th at John Marshall at 6 p.m., the board will host a meeting. On Tuesday, August 29th at Arlington at 6 p.m., The board will have another meeting, and then the last meeting will be Thursday, August 31st at Northwest High School at 6 p.m., and then the board will take action on the recommendations at their September board meeting.
Okay, now before I get you out of here, I want to just bring this up one more time, because with a lot of schools possibly closing, you got parents, you have students. Oh, my child is not going to be in this performance arts program anymore, and he done well, or this band program, or this sports program is going to close now because my child is leaving this school, because it's, you want to reiterate to them no programs will be closing?
Yeah, what's really exciting about this is every program currently within IPS district, whether it be the visual and performing arts and humanities, the medical magnet, the IB, the tech programs, all those are staying. But we're also greatly expanding our offerings to make sure students have a program that fits them, whether they want to go right into the workforce after graduation, to the military, to college. So we're going to have new academies like the Teaching and Learning and Leading Academy, the IT Academy, Manufacturing, Engineering and Logistics, Business and Finance. And a lot of these academies will actually give students certifications so that they can be ready once they graduate to go into the workforce and make a livable wage for themselves.
All right, David, I appreciate you for stopping in, giving us hindsight on what's going on. Once again, everybody, you can go to myips.org to get all the information you need and to keep up what's going on. But these next 4 meetings are very important. And, I've had students jump in my inbox today expressing how they felt. And I just want all the students out there to know, if this is affecting you, please make your voice go be heard at these next 4 meetings. It's 2 in July, 2 in August. And I'll give you all that info coming up. And, of course, you can always log on to hot963.com. Once again, David, thank you very much.
No, thanks for all you're doing, B Swift. We appreciate it.
No problem. It is Hot 963.